can hear you, yes. I'm good,
All
I'm good,
right,
I'm good.
that's nice. All right,
So everything is going well,
welcome.
I think. Thank you very much.
Of course, we thank God. All right, shall we
Awesome.
begin? All right, okay.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Africa Top Brain, your platform for conversation with African leading innovators and activists. I am Adekoya Adedoyin, and today we will be diving into a critical climate issue shaping COP30 and what's next for Africa's future. Okay, COP30 is a pivotal global summit on climate change, and African voice is crucial as we tackle challenges like loss and damage, adaptation, and green financing. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel and send in your question and comment as we go live. I'm actually excited to be speaking with Denzel Karupa. Did I pronounce that right?
Yes, you did.
Did I got your name right?
You
All
got it right,
right, all
yes.
right, all right. So all right. Denzel is a Namibia tech innovator, financial mobilization officer, and youth advocate focused on digital transformation and climate resilience. He founded on Core Digital Solutions (CCC), where he led initiatives like NAM Property, a platform improving access to housing. He also served with Youth for Can, a youth-led movement empowering young Namibia to drive climate action through innovation, capacity building, and community-based projects. He is committed to advancing meaningful climate action and sustainable development across Namibia. There's a thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. That is a
All
warm
right,
in
all right, all right, all
yeah.
right. I was actually going to the internet this afternoon, and I came across Windhoek, Namibia. Windhoek, Namibia. Am I right?
Hmm.
All right. So I got to find out that Windhoek is one of the cleanest city in Africa.
Yes,
So,
sir. Yes, it is one.
all, all right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, so I want to ask, what do you think city like Windhoek are doing right, and what lesson can other African cities learn from this approach to urban cleanliness and sustainability? Did you
Well,
get the question?
yes, I did get the question. No,
All
Ventuk,
right.
what it does right is we do have a stable government, and each government
Cool.
does have its own responsibilities, which does also contribute to the cleanliness of Ventuk and Namibia as a whole. So within Namibia, everybody does have a role to play, and that all trickles down to the community. So there are
Yeah.
multiple organizations as well as just government initiatives that do allow for the cleaning of the country as well as Ventuk. And yeah, so I believe it is just something that has been introduced by the governments, but it has trickled down to the very community where we also do play our role by also keeping our communities clean, and also with just the basic knowledge of making sure that we all know where to disperse our our trash. So that's one thing that Namibia has gotten right. It's mainly stems from the government. Did you get that one? I'm not sure if my internet is okay on my side. Are you able
Yeah,
to
I
hear me?
can hear you properly. Is that your internet? Yeah, I can hear you
I
now. Probably.
You can hear me now. Okay. What did you
Yes,
miss?
I can. So you can continue.
What did All right, no, as I was saying, I was just saying
Okay,
that
you were talking about
uh-huh.
okay, you can continue, please. You can continue.
Yes, yes. So no, as I was saying, I was basically saying that one of the key contributing factors to why Windhoek is one of the cleanest cities in Namibia, in Africa, is
Yeah.
the fact that we have a good government that does create
Mm.
opportunities and initiatives that allow for everybody to do their part. But it's not just from the government; it trickles down to the very community, to the individual, where we also know we also have our own role to play with keeping the city clean as well as the rest of the country. So we do offer, the cleanup organizations where we mobilize individuals and we just have clean days. And yeah, so I think it is embedded within the community. It is a mindset that we have as Namibians to just be able to keep our environment clean.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that insight to Namibia cleanliness. So this, like you said it's a collective effort, both from the government and the citizen. So um, hope someday I will come and visit Windlock in Namibia to see those beautiful sights. Thank you very much. Okay,
Definitely.
to start.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
We,
to
we
start
would
with,
love to have
okay, many African community are already okay. I think the network is um, disrupting the conversation. Can you hear me, please?
I
Can you hear me?
can hear you. Can you hear me?
Ye- I can hear you, but it's breaking, so I can't hear you properly.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes, yes, I can. I can.
Perfect. Perfect. So yeah, as you were saying.
All right. Oh, okay. To my question now, many African communities are already feeling the effect of climate change in a powerful way. So, I want to ask you, what do you see as the most urgent climate challenges impacting community across the continent today? Did you get
So
the question?
Africa, yes, I did get the question.
All right. All
Um,
right. Thank you.
Africa has
Yes,
multiple
sir.
climate
Yes, sir.
challenges
Yes, sir.
that we as a collective experience. Even though we only contribute 4% to global emissions, we still face the climate impacts. Um, the worst, the urgent climate challenges do include the increased flooding, especially within the east and southern regions. We also experience extended droughts, which does affect, agriculture and food security. And we also do experience climate shocks that does threaten livelihoods within Africa. So even in Namibia, for an example, we have had severe drought conditions, which has been persistent for decades now. And due to the high water stress that Namibia does experience with the communities as well, is particularly those who are dependent on agriculture and livestock. Yet we have minimal resources that allows us to adapt with the sudden changes within the climate. So yeah, there is multiple urgent climate challenges in Africa, but drought, flooding, are we together?
Can you hear me, please? Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
we
yes,
are.
I
I
can.
think this. Okay, I think it's the network. Okay, so like you said there is multiple climate challenges that we are facing right now in Africa. We talk about drought, we could talk about extreme heat wave, we talk about unpredicted rainfall. That has
Mm,
always been an issue here in Nigeria. For a moment, people are complaining about the heat wave, so many heat around. Then another moment we are complaining about flood. So there is the weather is becoming violently unpredictable
mm,
as the day goes by, um,
mm.
and that's issued for Africa to look into and to tackle. Okay, that was powerful one. For everyone watching, tell us in the chat where you are watching us from, your city, and also tell us what is affecting your community right now, the community you are right now. What actually affecting them? Is it a drought? Is it flooding? Is it heat? Is it storm or food insecurity? Is everywhere, my brother. Is everywhere. In Nigeria, there is
Definitely.
always increase in food items. So this thing is really affecting us as an African. Okay, to my next question. Okay, can you share how your innovation, your activism is helping community to adapt, stay resilient, and build solutions that actually work on the ground?
All
Did you get
right.
my question?
Yes, yes, I got your question. No, so
All right.
I work with Youth for Ken, which is the
All right.
National Youth Climate Action Network of Namibia. We have representatives all over the 14 regions of Namibia, and the unique thing that that allows us to be one of a good organization is the fact that we are fully youth led, and we also promote evidence based climate action. So as part of our work is that we do advocacy, we do education, we do research, we do critical mobilizations of climate financing that also supports youth-led initiatives. So, as part of the implementations from my own background is that I also do a bit of tech initiatives within the organization that where I just explore ways on how I can get certain information out there digitally, where certain people from different regions are able to have full awareness on current situations that are happening on the other sides of the country. So
Yeah.
yeah, that is part of the work I do with the organization Youth for Ken, which is fully youth led.
All right.
So
Thank you very much for.
one of our also our unique points as well is the fact that the fact that we have representatives all over the 14 regions of Namibia is that we have key representatives that are able to advocate for what they are going through within their region, which allows us to have full depth information on um, certain things that are happening from the people who are experiencing it. So that also allows for research to be conducted from people who are experiencing and not just urban based. So yeah.
All right. Thank you very much for that wonderful insight on what Youth for Can is doing right now in Africa, especially in Namibia. We
Mhm.
love that community center solution is what we really need in Africa right now, where we have people coming together, especially youth. You did mention youth, that Youth for Can is actually mostly youth led um, group. So that's a wonderful insight into that. Thank you very much. I would like to want to ask again. Okay,
Mm.
we are talking about. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, yes, I can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
All right. Yes. You
So
are
I
saying?
want to ask you. You did mention about youth in your while you are discussing about sorry,
Mm-hmm.
activism. So my question now to you is that from your experience, what role do young people and local communities play in pushing climate solution forward?
Come
Did you
again
get
with the
that
question?
question?
No, just repeat one more time.
The question is, what role do okay? What role do young people and local communities play in pushing climate solution forward? What role do they
All
play?
right. So, with the youth, they play a significant role because currently the climate changes that we are experiencing, they are currently happening now.
Yes,
We are not planning for the future. We need to
yes,
combat what is happening right now. And I believe that we need to start acting as a youth to be able to solve the problem that we'll be living in for the next 20, 30 years to come. It is quite vital that the youth do get involved because
yes,
seeing that Africa does have 70% of its population being under the age of 25 allows for the biggest group to be able to take action. And that means take global action, you know? That
yes,
means being able to mention too, even the people who are currently at the COP30 right now, they need to be able to bring about
yes,
the impact the that the developed countries or the global West um, they need to be held accountable to the fact that they are the ones who contribute the most emissions, yet they don't provide the financing to combat what we experience as Africans. So the youth does play a vital role. A vital role. They need to be the ones who are able to extend their knowledge through modern tools as well,
yes,
such as technology. And being able to utilize technology allows them to be able to communicate with one another on certain challenges and innovative ways to solve these challenges as a collective.
I'm muted. All right, I can. Are you done? You are saying something.
Yes, yes. Now, I was just saying that to actually bring it back to an example of what Youth for Ken does is the fact that
Yes,
because we have representatives all over Namibia that are able to communicate
yes,
about what is currently happening, we need to have that
yes,
on an African scale, on a scale
yes,
where we are able to communicate our challenges as well as innovative ways to combat those challenges. I know that even though Namibia has had drought for a very long time, we do have
yes.
communities that have been able to combat this drought. So it's
Wow.
not a matter of illiteracy or anything like that. We should be able to gather this information of how this drought was combated, and also Namibia has also experienced a little bit of flash flooding, where I know Nigeria is aware or knowledgeable about those, and the youth should be able to communicate with one another to be able to share knowledge and to be able to share different types of challenges that we can all combat as a unit. Because seeing that again, the youth does contribute to 70% of the African population, that basically means
Yes.
that instead of using the borders that divide us, we need to use technology to be able to share our input information and just fight this fight together as a unit.
All right. Thank you very much. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
All right. From what I derive from all you have said, young people are should be at the forefront of climate action in Africa. Um,
Hmm.
they should bring energy, creativity, and urgency to movement. They should leverage on technology, social media, and local knowledge to raise awareness and influence policy. Thank you very much on that. So if you are a young person watching us right now, who is involved in climate action, drop in the comment section. Yes, I'm young and ready to take action. Just drop it in the comments section for us. Yes, I'm young and ready to take action. That was wonderful insight from Denzel. Thank you very much. Okay, to my next question now. One of the biggest topic at COP30 is lost and damaged finance. I'm fully sure you are aware of that. That's one of the cogent
Hmm.
negotiation as African leader, as African delegate, having at COP30. Actually, COP30 is actually ending today, right? It started since
Yes.
10th of this month and is ending today. So, for people watching us, can you explain why this is important for African country and vulnerable communities?
Yes, yes, definitely. Africa as a continent has contributed almost nothing to the climate crisis, but it still pays the highest price.
Yes.
Developed nations, they build their
Yes.
wealth through emissions, and through, all these resources that they do take from Africa. So the current reality, entire harvests get wiped out by drought. Communities get displaced by floods, infrastructure is destroyed by cyclones, and these aren't future threats. They are currently happening. And Africa only receives about 12% of the global climate financing. Um, and adaptation alone, costs about 50 billion. That would be annually towards 2050. So most existing financing comes as loans, adding more debt to the already burdened continent. So there should definitely be a huge, huge change. At COP30, we need commitment that goes beyond promises. We need actual accessible funds, funds that are able to reach communities and not just the bureaucratic channels that keep the money in capital cities. So there is a huge push that the representatives at the COP30 need to definitely address. And yeah, yeah. So that means also just an example of within the Namibian landscape, a drought can easily wipe out a farmer's crops, and there is no insurance, there is no safety net. So that family's food security and income disappears overnight. Loss and damage finance means they could receive at least a bit of support that allows them to recover and rebuild as well. So,
Yes.
finance, loss and damage finance is very, very, very critical. And I believe we just need to be able to amplify this towards the global. Do you got all that? You
All
managed?
right. Yes, yes, yes. I can hear you.
Yes, so that is pretty much what I was saying. Africans do need to amplify their voices at the COP30, and we need to amplify our
Yes.
voices throughout the fight because there have been promises made, and we just need to, start holding them more liable to also have our
Yes.
demands met.
All right. Thank you very much for that wonderful insight to loss and finance. And what I get from your explanation is said Africa only get 12% of this financing, and that's quite poor compared to what we have on ground as damages. I think Africa like 40% or beyond that of these damages that is being caused by climate change, and we getting 12% of the financing is really poor. And hope our leaders that are representing us at the COP30 will do justice to that. And most of the financing that we are receiving as in is coming as a loan, not as a grant. You
Mm-hmm.
mean
Mm-hmm.
what the word is telling us that we should borrow to solve the problem that was caused by the Western world, that was caused by the developed country, which is not really fair on Africa part. That's really bad. Okay,
I,
okay.
I, I fully agree.
I- okay.
Can you hear me?
Thank you very much, Denzel. If
Yeah.
we have people watching us online. If you have a question for Denzel, we are here um, to answer. Is here to answer those questions. So drop your question in the comment section for him so that we can do justice to that. Um, actually, this is my last question to wrap up this show. So, for people watching us live right now, what are some simple way they can support effort happening on the ground? Can you hear me, please, Lenzel?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
You can
So,
hear me. Oh, I thought it's network.
yes, yes, now I can hear you. So, no, there's
All right.
multiple ways that individuals can support. You know,
Yes.
we can start with supporting youth-led networks. Support youth-led
Yeah.
networks that work directly with that work directly at the national and regional levels. We need to also support youth-led networks, not just those that are run by international organizations, but also just those that understand local context and have
Yes.
legitimacy in their communities. We need to amplify African voices, as I've mentioned. We need to be able to share content from the African climate activists and organizations. And we also need to challenge narratives that portray Africa as only the victim, because we're not just victims, we are also innovators and leaders within our communities. Uh, we need to we need to put pressure on the government and on the governments on climate financing. Um, if an individual is in a developed nation, for an example, demand your government to fulfill climate financing commitments. We need to push for loss and damage finance at COP30, insist that finances reach the grassroots organizations and not just capitals. We also need to allow for those with tech skills, like
Yes.
myself, consider supporting organizations as well with digital infrastructure, training, and technical assistance and technology transfers that can be valuable as financial support as well. Ethical engagement would include, supporting businesses with ethical, and um, transparent and ethical supply chains. So this means that even the type of business that you choose to engage with, you need to be able to make sure that um, they do have ethics within their vision and mission. And we also need to understand our own carbon footprint of our lifestyle and recognize that this is not just about injustice. This is not about injustice, but as well as it's a lot about charity. Seeing that we also do need to empower the youth. We definitely also need to educate. We need to educate, teach people about climate justice. We need to understand why Africa receives only 12% of climate aid despite being the most impacted. So, yeah, no. is a global problem requiring global solidarity. Networks like DCK, for example, as well as Big Action, they show young Africans have solutions. What we need are partners who are willing to stand with us in demanding justice and ensuring resources are actually reached. They actually reach the communities that are doing the work.
Okay, that's wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you. Uh, I love that every small action do count. While you were talking, you talk about young led network, pressure on government on signing climate financing, and also holding our government accountable for this
Mm,
financing. You talk about tech skills and technology should be involved in finance and education, right? Like you say, climate
mhm,
education for people should be aware of what's really going on, be educated, and how they can be involved. And also, you also mentioned partnership with people that are willing
mm.
to stand and to contribute their quota. Thank you very much, Denzel, for this wonderful time out with you. And to our viewers that are watching us from home, this program is being put together by Do Take Action. Okay, Do Take Action is a non-governmental organization. Our mission is to inspire, to mobilize and empower um, marks of 1 billion plus people who are ready to take action for sustainable development in their communities and institutions across Africa, and to address the wicked problem facing us in Africa. And one of the issue we tackle so many issue in Do Take Action. Some of it are health and well-being. We look at climate change. We look at education and equality and inclusiveness. So those are some of the issues we look at. And as an individual who is willing, who wants to be part of this initiative, who want to be part of this action, who want to be part of this change, you can go to our website, which is www.dotakeaction.org. Look at some of these issues. If it's climate change, education for all, for girl child, and for all. Any of the issue that resonates with you, you can be part of it, and you can be part of it by speaking out. You can be part of it by organizing a small group of people, enlightening them on that particular issue or topic. And you can also support financially for this project to come to actualization. uh, I want to thank everybody for being part of this show, for being with us from the start to the end of this program. And I want to say a wonderful thank you to Denzel for enlightening us, educating us, and for making us to have ideas of what is going on in Africa and how, as a youth of Africa, can be involved in this movement. Before we go, don't forget to share this video. Don't forget to like, share, and also subscribe to our channels. We hope to see you next. You want to say
Mr.
something? Yes,
Yes, Mr. Adekoya.
yes,
No,
yes,
no, just
please.
before you leave, I actually wanted to Did you get
I
the
can hear
question?
you. I can hear you, please.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Now, I wanted to ask what you think about the fire that broke out yesterday at the fire that broke out at COP30.
Oh, I was not aware. No, 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 no. So there was fire outbreak break at COP 30. What was the cause,
Yes.
please?
Yes, no, there was a fire. Luckily enough, no, there wasn't any. There was fast, swift action, So there was a quick evacuation that happened, and no injuries were reported. Just a couple of people who had a bit of inhalation problems.
We don't finish it. Eh? Please go on, go on. I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, no,
Yes.
but I did want to draw up a contrast on this fire that happened and broke out. The fact that, I mean, they were able to quickly mobilize the fire, with a quick response, making sure that everything did run smoothly afterwards. It just affected a couple of hours within the dialogues that were currently ongoing at the time. But the fact that there was swift action, even though within Africa there are wildfires and you know climate issues that do need immediate action, we should also try and draw up a bit of a contrast between the fire and what's currently happening, just to also realign how we could tackle our own issues that Africa is experiencing. But that is all from me.
All right. Thank you for that wonderful information that you have just passed across. Um,
My
thank you so
pleasure.
much. All right. Thank you, Denzel. And hope when we call you next time, you will be available for us.
Definitely. Thank you for
All
having
right,
me.
all right. Thank you for coming. Really appreciate you. And we have come to the end of this wonderful segment. And thank you to the viewers that have been watching us, that have stayed up to this moment for a brief discussion on climate change, climate action, loss and damage financing, and what is up for African youth. It's time for us to stand up. It's time for us to speak up, and it's time for us to take action. So we really enjoy a time out with you, Denzel. Thank you very much, and do have a wonderful day ahead.
Yes, thank you.
All right, all right, all right. We have come to the end of this segment.